welcome back to Aikidoflow. Now, somebody put a comment, okay, on one of our videos, and it was quite an interesting question. What are the 5 things, okay, that Azu was ashamed that he made, okay, fighting on the street? We're gonna have a look at this. Okay, number 1, Azu. Okay, what's the 5th thing that you're ashamed that you made on the street?
Okay, mistakes I've made.
Mistake you made on the street.
One of them was, I remember I had a guy in front of me. Now, I always try to avoid conflict. We always try to do that. And I had a guy in front of me, and it seemed like he was adamant that he wanted it. You know, adamant he wanted some sort of physical interaction. And I just stood there trying to talk my way out of it, you know, try to talk him down, you know, just try to use my words. I always try to use my words, but back on mind, I knew it wasn't going to work. I knew he was just going to, he wanted it. And then it ended up him attacking, and he got the first punch in, which...
Wait, you mean someone got a punch in first of all?
I'm afraid so. You know, he did break a couple knuckles on my jaw, but he did get those punching first, you know, which fortunately, you know, I was able to, you know, recover and take him down and blah, 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 you know, it all worked out fine. But that could have been...
Damn right, otherwise you'll be getting fired.
Well, you know, he could have seriously hurt me. He could have seriously injured me. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I could have lost my job. We working on my door. But yeah, imagine if he had a knife or something like that, and he got the first stab in or the first punch, or he kicked me somewhere, which could have really taken me down.
Okay, so number 5, don't make the mistake of trying to talk someone down or negotiate when you know that it's not gonna happen. Number 4. Okay, what's number 4?
Okay, the 4th one is
mistake.
Just waiting to see what's gonna happen.
What do you mean?
As in, like, you're in a confrontational situation, and you just kind of, you're waiting for them to make the first move, waiting to see what they're gonna do, you know, just waiting. And it's like, eventually, they are going to make that first attack. You don't wait. And I'm not saying when I'm waiting, I don't mean as in, you know, I attack first. I mean, we have a strategy on the door where if I'm in a confrontation situation with, let's say you're a customer, I'll call another member of security and say, could you just deal with this? And I'll go, especially if your aggression is only directed at me because I didn't let you in or something like that. So instead of me just, why am I hanging around there waiting to see what you're going to do, which that's just going to just provoke you because I'm still here. You're angry with me, not my colleagues. I may as well just say, look, I'm sorry, can't let you in, can't help you. And I call another colleague, could you just man the front door for a bit? And I disappear. What am I waiting around for? Yeah. If you can walk away from a situation, just walk away. Don't wait around to see, like, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Because that's just provoking.
Okay, number 3 mistake, as you...
Okay, third mistake is starting an argument in the first place.
What, you start an argument?
Well, I wouldn't say I start it, because when you're on the door, you know, you do something people don't like and they get angry. But I've got 2 choices. I could, you know, when they start saying or whatever, oh, you bloody bouncers, blah, blah, this and that, I could retaliate verbally, you know, or I could just keep my mouth closed and just let them chat their rubbish. So you're only going to aggravate somebody even more if you carry that argument on. Even worse, if you actually start the argument in the first place. What are you doing here? You can't come in with those rubbish trainers on. Who do you think you are? No, you know. You need to approach people correctly, talk to them correctly. Don't give them any more reason for them to direct their anger towards you. You know, you can you can say body language and speech are very powerful things. You can say things in a certain way that could be taken in the wrong way. You know, you can say the same words, but they mean two different things depending on how you verbalize it. So you just need to be careful how you talk to people.
Nice.
Don't start arguments in the first place.
Okay, number 2, by the way, these aren't in any chronological order, okay? They're all bad, okay? So number 2.
Okay, the one situation I remember is, I'm sure I talked about this before, getting attacked by my sister's ex-boyfriend and panicking and not implementing the technique properly. You know, that's what, when it comes to, when we talk about pressure testing techniques, that's what it comes down to. You're pressure testing, you're putting yourself in a situation where you want to create a realistic scenario and pressure test your technique. I'll never forget, it was literally, I remember he grabbed me by my throat.
What, 2 hands or 1 hand?
One hand, grabbed by my throat, and I wanted to do a Nikio on him. And he was much stronger than me, he was bigger than me, he's older than me, and I'm here, I'm struggling with this here, and I'm trying to use strength to pry his hand off my throat, and he started to slap me. He slapped me with a hand, and I'm doing this, and he slapped me, and I'm taking the slaps, and, you know, I should have, you know, moved my whole body or something or other. I should have just moved.
Wait, hang on. How big were you then?
I was probably about 18 years old, and he was in his mid-20s.
Because like I'm like holding I mean, I kind of feel like it should be
That's pretty much how it was. But I just forgot. And also what I did, he had me here and I focused on this. What am I focusing on this for? I've got all of this here to play with. I could have done so much from here. Could have done so much from there. But I focused on that. And that's the mistake I made. Everything just went out the window. We always talk about the fact that we start a lot of techniques like this. And we always talk about, that's a technique from here, but we always talk about, don't focus on this. You can move your whole body here. There's so much you can do from here. He can stop my hand from moving, but he can't stop my whole body from moving. You know, there's so much I can do. And I forgot everything. I just panicked and I forgot everything. And the technique I tried to implement didn't work.
We need to go and look up this guy. You know what I'm saying? Because he's just appearing too much in our videos.
I don't want to mention his name. I don't want to give him that
satisfaction. We need to go down to his house.
Let's call him Wasteman.
Okay, number 1 or number 5, whichever way you want it.
Okay.
Mistake that you made on the street.
Don't underestimate your opponent. It's underestimating somebody who I'm up against. And I've done that in the past. You know, I've been like, yeah, whatever, turned my back on them, walked away, or just kind of just stood there thinking, this person wouldn't dare. And I remember being in a situation where this guy walked into the club in a tracksuit bottoms, the door was closed, and I stopped him, and I said, hey, what are you doing, mate? I said, sorry, we're closed.
Don't underestimate
him. Yeah, you know, this guy was some squirrely little thing. I said, listen, just come out. And he stood in front of me, and he started rolling up his sleeves. And I watched him, I thought, what's he gonna do?
You're underestimating me.
Next minute, he just punched me.
Boy.
Boom. Like, okay, you know. Grabbed him, you know, did whatever, boom, 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 got him out, this and that. But I underestimated him because he was smaller than me, he was younger than me, and I just underestimated, thinking, what's this person? But the point is, Floyd Mayweather is smaller than me. Imagine if it was him, and I looked at him and I underestimated him. What's he gonna do? Suddenly he hit me.
Underestimating me.
And he knocked me out cold. Exactly. So you don't underestimate people. You never know what somebody is capable of.
Excellent. Well, that just sidestep into like a link. Okay, go over and subscribe to Azu's personal channel. He's dealing with relationships and underestimating your relationships. So don't forget to go and subscribe over there.
I've got to stop doing that. Someone moaned about me clapping my hands.
Yeah, because it just goes into the night. It's like bang, bang.
Put my hands in my pockets. Okay, so in conclusion, there's so many mistakes you can make in a fight, but to be honest, there's even more ways, more things you can do to even avoid a confrontational situation in the first place. You can walk away and keep your mouth closed. You can speak respectfully towards people, and just don't get into a confrontational situation in the first place. Often people get upset with people for a reason, because you've said or done the wrong thing.
And also, learn from other people's mistakes and experiences. You don't need to make the same mistakes that everybody else makes. So learn from us, learn from Azu, not to make those mistakes, and move forward and make new mistakes.
And we'll learn from them. You tell us about your mistakes in the comments and we'll learn from them.
See you in the next video.
Take care.